The woman who attacked me. Please keep an eye on her. She's insane. It was an accident, and you know it, so quit with the scaredy cat routine. How's your shoulder? Please, you tried to kill me the same way you killed my father. I did not mean to hurt you. Even though you were the one that was picking a fight with me. You may be able to seduce gullible men into seeing your point of view. But I know how warped you are, and when you get on the stand, so will everyone else. I'm going to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but, which is I didn't kill those people. You did. Save it for the judge. He's a man, you know. And if you show a little more cleavage, you might actually stand a chance.
Hi there, Dr. London. I'm sorry I got pulled away from Serena's eye exam. Is she in your waiting room?
She's having apple juice. I wanted to talk to you for a second alone.
Is there something wrong?
Well, Serena's rejected corneas have scarred over completely, which means...
There's no neural input from her eyes to her brain.
I'm afraid not. Because of her age and the type of injury she sustained, Serena's particularly susceptible to...
Permanent loss of vision due to amblyopia. Please tell me that Serena's not at that point right now.
She's close. The longer light doesn't go through her eyes, the greater the chances are there'll be permanent damage. Now, I just got off the phone with Dr. Urton in Philadelphia, and he suggests that we schedule another corneal transplant right away.
This couldn't come at a worse time. Our father, his plane has gone down in Florida, and he's missing right now.
No, but as her sister, you can sign the consent. Then when we have a donor, I suggest we proceed immediately.
And waiting just a few days would be too high of a risk.
The longer Serena doesn't see, the greater the risk that her eyes will lose their ability to recognize light at all. If we don't proceed immediately, Serena could be permanently blinded.
What's shaking? Beside those pretty little knees of yours.
Don't ask. Listen, have you heard any word on Scott?
Not yet. No, I'm sure the hurricane is slowing down the search.
Great. Leave it to Lucy to get Kevin and Scott trapped in a natural disaster.
You know, well, I'm more concerned with you. You look nervous. Are you ready to take the stand?
I can't wait.
Really?
Absolutely. I'm going to go up there. I'm going to tell the truth. Julie is an A1 nut job. And then I'll be able to get the hell out of here and go down to Florida to find Scott.
Yeah, first things first. You know, you better watch your back on that stand.
Listen, I can handle a little name calling, all right? That's no problem. I'm just going to go up there, take the stand, and prove him wrong.
Oh, I see. So you want to play it tough? Okay. Dr. Lambert, yes or no? Was there a shrine to the murder victims in your closet?
Yes, there was, but it was a plant.
Yes or no only, Dr. Lambert? Did you also skip out on a subpoena?
Yes, I did. Someone was trying to kill me. That's
Your
why
Honor, please instruct the witness to confine her answers to a simple yes or no.
No, I didn't kill anyone. Yes, Julie did. Is that clear enough for you?
Over here's Florida, where it's raining.
You're right.
That's where Daddy is.
Very good.
Did Kevin call and say if he found Daddy?
No,
Or
not yet.
Lucy?
He's going to, though, I know.
Promise you'll tell me right away when he calls?
I promise.
You'll tell me everything, even if it's in the middle of the night and you have to wake me up?
Yes, pinky promise.
Even the bad news?
Even the bad news. But hey, how about some good news right now?
What?
Well, you've been doing such a great job getting your eyes to heal that Dr. London says it's time for you to have another operation to try to fix them.
It's not gonna work.
Hey, You don't know that.
The last one didn't.
But this one could.
No, I don't want to. It's gonna hurt.
Sweetie, come here for a second, okay? Listen, you've been going through some really rough times lately. We're heading over to the couch. There's a coffee table. Yeah. You've been handling yourself better than most grown-ups could. I mean, you're so brave and strong and smart and sensitive, and you're one cutie patootie.
You want me to have this operation, don't you?
Yes, I do. Because it's the next step in getting your sight back. You need new corneas to see again, and you do want to see again, right?
Yes.
Then you're going to have this operation.
Okay, but not until Daddy's back.
Sweetie, the doctors think you should have the operation right away.
I'm not doing it without Daddy.
Daddy wants what's best for you, and that's why he makes you wash your hands with soap and eat your vegetables and all those other things that are kind of yucky, right? Scott would want you to have this operation right away.
Surgery stinks.
Yes, you're absolutely right. But you know what? I'm going to be with you every step of the way, and so is Grandma, and so is Grandpa. And I betcha you'll get a whole new set of presents out of this.
No way, Jose. I'm not having any operation, not even for all the presents in the world. I'll have it when Daddy is back.
Before we bring the jury in, Mr. Pearson, you have some business?
Yes, Your Honor. I won't be calling Dr. Lambert today. We've decided to remove her from our witness list.
Pearson is scared that if Eve testifies, she will incriminate herself, which will help get you acquitted.
Yeah, well, we have to get Eve up on that stand.
You just sit tight. Your Honor, may I approach?
Yes, both of you. The state went to a lot of trouble and expense to hold this witness in custody. Now you're going to change your mind?
Your Honor, may I approach as well?
Who are you?
Miriam Yang. I'm Dr. Eve Lambert's attorney. If it pleases the court, I'd like to petition for immediate release of my client as her testimony is no longer required.
I object. Now, the defense intends to call Dr. Lambert as a hostile witness. I don't want her taking off again.
You can't hold her indefinitely. This is an outrageous abrogation of my client's civil rights.
She is a flight risk, and you know it.
I agree. The material witness order remanding Dr. Lambert into custody shall remain in place until she testifies. Bailiff, we'll bring in the jury. Who is your next witness, Mr. Pearson?
The state will be calling Lark Madison to the stand.
Why are you smiling? We just lost Eve's testimony.
We will call her later. Now, you keep your chin up. Prosecution is just about to swear in our ace in the hole.
Oh. Hey, Lark. You're testifying today, too?
Yeah, they told me to wait in here.
Yeah, well, have a seat. My waiting area is your waiting area. So, how's it going? Oh, you look like you're about ready to jump out of your skin. Well, don't worry about it. You have nothing to be afraid of. It's Julie that has everything to fear. Wait a minute. You're afraid of me. How could you kill all those people? Miriam! Thank God. You have got to get me on that stand to clear my name. People really think that I killed those people.
There's been a change in plans. The prosecution's dropped you from its list of witnesses.
Why?
They must think you'll damage their case.
Because they think I'll look guilty on the stand?
Sometimes the prosecution changes direction midstream. They have to be flexible, and so do we.
Fine. At least I'm free to go.
Not yet. The defense intends to call you as a hostile witness. The judge is keeping you in custody until they're ready for your testimony.
And how long is that going to be?
Well, it's hard to say. The defense hasn't even started presenting their case yet.
Wait a minute. They cannot keep me here as a prisoner. I haven't done anything.
I wouldn't call running out on a subpoena doing nothing.
Listen, this is not fair. I do not want to stay in jail. I haven't done anything. There must be something you can do about this.
Legally, my hands are tied.
I don't care. I will not sit back here and let my life be destroyed. I won't do it.
Settle down.
No, you settle down. I'm fighting for my life here.
Ma'am.
Don't touch me.
That's it.
Don't touch me. Miriam!
Eve, I'll do everything I can. Please.
I didn't kill anyone.
Hey, Neil, want to go in the playroom and see if they go through walls? The box said they could. Well, then let's go. Thank you.
Okay. Serena's handling the uncertainty about Scott extremely well. You're doing a great job making her feel secure.
That means a lot coming from a cool mom.
I hope it's okay we stopped by. Neil just couldn't wait to show Serena the walkie-talkies.
Oh, that's great. Actually, it gives me a chance to kind of catch my breath.
Yeah. You look exhausted.
I feel overwhelmed.
Karen, it's perfectly understandable. Your father's missing.
Yeah, well, on top of that, Serena just had her eye exam today, and Dr. London said that she's going to have another corneal transplant immediately.
Have you told Serena?
Yeah, I did, but she refuses to have the surgery until Scott gets back. If he gets back.
Karen, he will. In the meantime, what are you going to do?
This whole situation is unacceptable. Serena should not be blind. Scott should not be lost in a hurricane. Julie should not be on trial.
You look like you need a good cry.
Oh, I've done enough of that. Serena needs me to be strong right now. I am strong.
When Neil first got sick, I didn't want him to see how scared I was. So I turned into this robot. I would take care of everything without any hesitation. And then every once in a while, I would go down into the stairwell, cry my eyes out, wipe away the tears, head back to Neil's room like nothing had happened. Then one night, Neil caught me crying. He asked me why. And I told him the truth. I told him I was sad. I told him I was scared. And he confessed to me that he was also scared. And the next thing I knew, we both had our arms wrapped around each other, and we felt a lot better.
It helped Neil to know that you were scared?
Neil thought he was the only one who was afraid. And he was trying to hide that from me.
More than anything, I want to do the right thing for Serena. But I'm not a mother. And I'm not even sure I know how to be a good one.
Miss Madison, did you receive a death threat on July 3rd, 1998?
Yes. I found a note in my backpack.
Is this the note?
Yeah.
Do you know who wrote the note?
Julie Devlin?
Objection. Speculation. Miss Madison did not witness the writing of the note, Your Honor.
Sustained. Rephrase the question.
Did you ever hear anyone confess to writing the note?
Julie admitted she wrote the note when Detective Garcia questioned her, but she did apologize to me.
If you accept it, then you must be a very forgiving young lady. Now, let's consider the night of the nurses' ball when Jake Marshak was murdered. What were you doing there?
I had been living on the streets. I went to the hotel to get cleaned up when I saw my guardian, Frank Scanlon, and I snuck backstage to see him. I hid and waited till I could get him alone.
What did you see while you were hiding?
A woman in a sailor suit.
Did you see anything in a woman's hands?
Yeah, a rope.
So, in summation, shortly before the murder of Jake Marshak by hanging, you saw a woman in a sailor suit carrying a length of rope. Wasn't Julie Devlin wearing a sailor suit that night?
Yes.
But
No
she
further
wasn't.
questions, Your
Eve
Honor.
Lambert was dressed as a sailor, too.
Thanks for the cookies, Dr. Karen.
Well, you're welcome. Cookie Monster.
Do you think they should wait for the operation until Daddy gets back, too?
Serena, why don't you come over to the couch with me for a second? I want to talk to you.
Okay.
Okay? Listen, you know I think you are the bravest, smartest little girl in the whole world, right?
Right.
Well, I have to apologize to you because when I first told you about the operation, I didn't give you all the facts so you could make a good decision.
What?
That if you don't have this operation as soon as possible, you might not ever be able to see again.
Why?
Because when a person sees, they have this connection that leads from the eyes to the brain, like a train track, okay? And the light enters the eye, gets on this train track, and it goes right up to the brain, and that's how a person sees.
The light gets on the train to the brain. It's the brain train. Next stop, Brainville.
And in your case, the brain train hasn't left the station in a really long time. And so the more that we wait, the more rusty the tracks are going to be, and weeds are going to start growing over the tracks. You get it? The whole situation is just a big mess.
You're sure Daddy will want me to do this?
I'm absolutely sure.
But it's gonna hurt.
Yes, but after the pain goes away, hopefully you'll be able to see again.
So my treatments hurt big time, but now I'm better, so it was worth it. I want to see again. Okay, I'll do it.
Good job. I'm so proud of you.
You made a great decision, sweetie. Your daddy will be proud of you, too.
You can even take in one of my walkie-talkies, and I'll talk to you right up till the moment you fall asleep.
Oh, great. The nurses are going to love that.
I happen to know that these two kids have every single nurse at GEH wrapped around their little fingers. Isn't that right? Wait a minute. I hear some enemy spies. They're in the playroom. You guys, you gotta go get them. I hear them right now.
Come on,
hurry. Save the day.
Come on. Let's go.
Bye, guys. Have fun.
Bye.
Nice job. You're good at this.
Yeah.
It's amazing what you can do for a child you love.
Thank you. Thank you for all your advice. It really helped out a lot. I'm gonna go get that. Excuse me. Hi, can I help you?
Are you Courtney Canelos?
No.
I was told she's on the premises.
I'm Courtney.
Courtney Canelos?
Yes.
You are hereby served.
Oh, my God. My ex-husband is suing for custody of Neil.
You testified earlier that Julie Devlin sent you a death threat. Did she say why?
I have been horrible to her for a long time. I even lied to the police and said I saw her kill her father.
Why did you do that?
I was jealous of her. She had everything I wanted. I hated her. I didn't hide it.
Was my client upset with the disturbances that you made around the house?
Yeah, but she had every right to be.
Did she ever do more than threaten you?
No,
Did she ever cause you bodily harm of any kind?
never.
Well, now let's move on to what you saw backstage at the ball. Where were you hiding?
Behind some scenery.
What could you see from there?
Ropes and rigging and curtains, stuff like that.
Did you see Jake Marshak?
Yeah. He was helping with the rigging that night.
Did you see anyone else?
Yeah, Steve Lambert. Even though she was dressed in an evening gown, she still had time to stop and change the rigging.
In an evening gown. Huh? Well, now, what did she say?
She told the stagehand he wasn't tying his knots right.
What would Eve Lambert, a doctor, know about handling rope?
One day the laundry line was broken and she fixed it in a flash. She told me she learned how to tie knots the summer she worked for a traveling circus.
In what capacity?
She was part of the crew who pulled the big tent up and down.
Well, that sounds like very hard physical labor to me. Any woman who could raise and lower a circus tent must certainly be strong enough to hoist a man up long enough to strangle him.
Objection, speculation. The witness couldn't possibly know that.
Question is withdrawn. And no further questions. Thank you, Miss Madison.
Thank you, Lark. I don't care if you have new evidence. If it doesn't get me out of here, I'm not interested.
Sit down and listen.
No.
You don't have a choice. Now, I just got the forensics report on the clothing and luggage you had up on Jasmine Island when you were arrested.
So the labels weren't designer. Sue me.
We found rope fibers on your gloves, Eve. They matched the rope that was used to kill Jake Marshak.
This is Kevin Newman.
And Lisa McCree. Tomorrow we look ahead to the full House vote on an impeachment inquiry.
Plus former Senator Bob Dole and Olympic skater Peggy Fleming's battle with breast cancer tomorrow on Good Morning America.